Joining us now with his insights, Eurasia Group President Ian Bremmer. So, Ian, what happens next?
Well, the Russians have said they suspended the deal. They didn't collapse it. A couple of things. The Ukrainians have said that they are putting a fund together to continue to insure the ships that go through. The Turks have historically talked about maybe continuing to escort those ships. That latter move would certainly prevent the Russians from firing on them, probably from harassing them, but would also significantly deteriorate the relations between Turkey and Russia. We've already seen some of that. You saw last week with the NATO summit. The Turks now are letting Sweden join the summit, so they removed their objections to that. They also did an exchange of high-level prisoners from Azov's leadership to Ukraine itself. So Erdogan has been more willing to provoke and irritate Putin of the last few weeks. Let's see if this continues. But in the near term, let's be clear, the global south is going to experience higher commodities prices, food and fertilizer. That's going to upset them with the Kremlin. That's why the Kremlin had been unwilling to back off of the deal the last couple of times they've extended it.
So why, what was different this time?
Well, the Russians have been increasingly unhappy with the nature of the deal. They've been complaining to the Turks, to the UN Secretary General, saying that, you're saying that we're allowed to export, but you haven't resolved the sanctions on the banks, on the insurers, on the shipping. So the reality is we're not getting as much out of the deal as the Ukrainians are. The people involved in the deal have said that indeed the Russians have, sort of some legitimacy to those complaints. Also, the fact is the Ukrainians are willing to play harder ball. They feel like they're getting a lot of economic support internationally from the Western world at this point, and the counteroffensive is not going so well, so they want to squeeze the Russians harder. Also, Putin wants to show he's a tough guy at the end of the day, and the last few weeks domestically, as you know, have not gone so well for him. Also this weekend with the Kursk bridge getting hit again, be hard to see the Russians saying, yeah, we're going to continue to be patient on the deal. So again, I certainly wasn't surprised. We've been saying for a couple weeks now that we thought this deal was going to fall apart.
At the same time, though, you do have the oil price for Russia trading above the cap for the first time. Does that allow him to extend this at least, painful as it may be?
Yeah, the prices are a little higher. And keep in mind, the Russian economy has outperformed what the Americans were expecting some 500 days ago. Remember, at the beginning of this war, the United States really believed, along with allies, that it was not military support for Ukraine that would make a difference. In fact, they thought the Ukrainian military was going to fall apart. It was the sanctions that long-term would cripple the Russian economy. Turned out the sanctions haven't been so useful, in part because the world needs access to a lot of Russian commodities, while the military support for Ukraine has made a real difference. Also, you're right, of course, that the Russian oil is trading above the cap with some of the Western countries that have committed to keeping it below. But also the Russians are sending a lot of oil to countries like India, to China. And American policy is to allow that to occur, because if you were to cut it off, the impact on the global economy would be massive, unacceptably so. So, I mean, no one's publicly saying we want the Indians to buy this crude, but the reality is we want the Indians to buy this crude.
Well, at the same time, you have Russia decreeing more takeovers of Western assets. Just this weekend, we got Carlsbad local operations and Carlsberg's and Danone's local operations. I mean, Russia's been doing this since the beginning. As the Western companies exit this country, they take it over. How much does that boost the economy and change the dynamic?
I'm not sure it boosts the economy very much. I don't think it changed the dynamic. I mean, the Russians have been trying to show that they still have some leverage, but they have leverage in the context of a G7 environment where no additional money is ever going in and where you truly are decoupling. But Western firms that have said they're getting out have been reluctant to get out. A lot of them have been reluctant to get out immediately because they have no way of selling those assets. And they understand that if they do, it's just essentially allowing Russian oligarchs to take them over. So some of them have tried to wait it out. Some of them also are making the argument they're in more humanitarian areas. They're selling, things that the Russian poor people actually need to live effectively, as opposed to helping the Russian economy per se. That's a very big gray zone. But ultimately, if we look at this war and what's going to happen in this war, it's not the Russian economy collapse that's going to matter in the next 1, 2, 3 years. It's the Kremlin. It's the political pressure on them globally. It's maybe the military pressure on them internally, post-Prigozhin and Wagner Group. And of course, it's also the nature of the fight on the ground in Ukraine. The economic sanctions, as much as that's a preferred U.S. tool historically in dealing with lots of these countries around the world, has not had an iota of difference in Russian policymaking and military outcomes.